He's in an 0-2 hole. Can he dig himself out?
Well, how about just in the night? Max Muncy with a hat trick.
Max Muncy ending a wild start to the homestand. The 6th comeback win of the season is a walk-off winner at the Ravine. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung here alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Nomar Garciaparra, and a whole bunch of giddy fans. And you see them holding up their Shohei Ohtani greatest game bobbleheads. That's the first of 2 parts when he hit 3 home runs in Game 4 of the NLCS. And wouldn't you know it, tonight, it was Max Muncy having a 3-homer game, Nomar, and capped off there with the walk-off winner.
Yeah, well, I grabbed my bobblehead, and I was grabbing a marker. I was trying to draw a beard for Max Muncy. I was going to change the name of the back for Muncy as well. I mean, what a night for Max Muncy, obviously, with the 3 home runs, the walk-off, just an incredible night. But I think also when you look at overall, when you look back on the game, overall from the offensive perspective, every spot in the lineup ended up reaching base. You had 8 of the 9 spots getting a base hit. So you can tell from the offensive side, up and down, they were getting it done, you know. And Max Muncy, though, what an unbelievable night. And also picking up your closer, who I'm sure Edwin Diaz was feeling awful, like, oh my goodness, I gave up a 3-run lead and had a blown save. But you have an offense like this and teammates like that to pick you up. Just a good win.
Yeah, listen, we know Edwin Diaz is an outstanding closer. I don't care who you are, Mariano Rivera, you're going to blow saves, but outstanding job of this team battling back. And how about Max Muncy in an 0-2 hole, gets a pitch he could drive to end the night. Outstanding job, Max Muncy, once again, to end the game. Not 1, not 2, but 3 epic homers. Max Muncy, yes, we are entertained.
And he seems like a guy, even though he didn't always have the results on that road trip, Nomar, and he was talking about it, he's felt good, he's felt like his swing has felt like it's been there. And really from day 1 of the season, his swing has looked really good. And tonight it's great to see those kinds of results.
John, he has looked good the entire season. He really has. We have mentioned this on our show. Notice I like his batting practice. He's taking unbelievable batting practice, just missing him. Stay right there. Don't change a thing. They are definitely going to fall. He, too, would be unlucky at times, hit some balls hard, but he has looked really, really good. Looked really good at the plate. He's looked really good at batting practice, and it's just a matter of time for a night like this. And obviously it pays off. And I think he knew it as well. He understood, like, I'm okay. I know, I feel like maybe I'm batting way better than your average, and there are times he has been, and that's exactly right. So it's not really trying to force things, say, just because they're not falling, I need to change or adjust. You need to stay right there. Eventually they're going to fall, and boy, tonight they fell in, and they fell in big.
You know, there's times where you're not getting hits, and you just don't feel good at the plate. Sometimes you feel lost, but there are times where you're not getting hits, but you feel great. When you do feel great, you know, hey, the storm is coming in a positive way. And for him to really dial up, this is a breaking ball up in the zone. Outstanding job getting the head to it, driving over the wall. This is a sinker. Yeah. Him going away, and Nomar, you talk about it all the time. When Max Muncy is going the other way with authority, that's when he's locked in. This is an absolute rope. He's able to use his legs. Thankfully, everybody's okay here. Both Max Muncy, the pitcher, they had the collision, 2 big dudes going down the line. They're okay. And how about the 0-2 breaking ball? Him staying in there, and he knew right away, as soon as he made contact, that was gone for a walk-off home run. Outstanding night. Max Muncy carrying us to that win.
That's why I love when he's able to go the opposite way. When he hit that ball to left center, that means his front side is staying in, and he is staying on the ball. Max Muncy can turn the ball, pull it naturally. He doesn't have to force it. But when he's staying over the ball, and if you're a pitcher, like, he's covering the outside, and then you're scared to go the inside because it is just reaction. When he's spot on, he's staying over the ball to drive it the other way, and then the inner part, he just reacts. Not only does that front shoulder stay closed, it allows him to stay on that breaking ball in that last at-bat, stay there to get that breaking ball long enough and just square it up and drive it out, and he knew right away. I mean, what a way to end it. Yeah. Great bat drop, great bat, but everything about it. So great job, Max Muncy.
What I love about this lineup, it is relentless. You got to deal with Shohei Ohtani. Then you got to deal with Kyle Tucker, Will Smith. Oh, by the way, Andy Pius continues to rake. Right. And then before you could blink, Max Muncy, 4-hit night, 3 bombs. It is just a difficult lineup to navigate for the opposition.
And you mentioned Andy Pages, and before the Rangers rallied for the 3 runs in the 9th inning, we were ready to come on the air and talk about Andy Pages having the go-ahead 2-run double to put the Dodgers up 5-4, and then the big insurance home run, his 4th of the year. Jerry, I don't know if there's been a better player in all of baseball offensively the first 2 weeks of this season than the Dodgers' 7th hitter in the lineup tonight.
Here's the thing with Andy Pages. He's hitting everything. We talk about plate coverage. You can throw a slider off the plate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rifle it the other way, just like that. That is a ball. That is not a strike. He's able to barrel it, base hit the other way. Great plate coverage. You try to come in on him, he's able to turn on it. How about a breaking ball? Maybe off the plate, at least out of third, rocket into the right field corner. Double with 2 RBIs, complete plate coverage. Now, if you're a pitcher, well, he's got that covered. I'm going to try to jam him probably the next step back because he's kind of leaning out over the plate. What are you going to do? Try to run the fastball in? Not with Andy Pages. This is a line drive home run off the bat. We talk about a guy that's being locked in, but not just locked in. This guy is a polished hitter at the big league level. And once again, he is a complete ball player. He can run, chase down everything in center field, and he is right now the best hitter in all of baseball.
It is really easy when you are feeling really confident and everything is going well, like Andy Pages, to really try to fly open and think, okay, I can do a little bit more. I'm feeling good, and you get a little bit what we call pull happy, like you're trying to pull the ball every single time. But him to go the other way, and especially when he had a game the other day when he struggled a little bit. You have one of those days. Right. I mean, that is so natural. But then say, listen, I just need to stay on the ball. I don't need to get too big. I don't need to try to make up for that day with one swing. Going the other way, taking your base hit, and then being able I get my pitch where I can handle, drive it out of the ballpark. And not only that, let's not forget, he also had a leadoff walk, and then it's coming around. So he's taking his walk. He's doing everything right at the plate. Right now, he looks unbelievable. And then what does he do too? He's really sparking the bottom part of the lineup. How critical it has been. I mean, this bottom part of the lineup in today combined, when you look at 7, 8, and 9, 7 hits combined by this bottom part of the lineup.
Even the guys that came in.
That's what I'm saying. They come in and they get the job done. You got 5 RBIs combined from the bottom part of this lineup, getting the job done. But he really has been outstanding all season.
And that was what you brought up earlier, was that he had a tough day 2 days ago. He went 0 for 4 and struck out all 4 times. Right. And it could have snowballed like we saw last year in the postseason, but we're seeing the maturity of him as a player. He comes right back in his next game, goes 3 for 3, a home run, 4 RBIs, and you love to see that.
Yeah, shorten up, just go the other way, didn't get too big. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, because it is really easy for this game to mess with your mind when you have a day like that. And like, okay, what did I lose it all of a sudden? We always has a feeling, you're like, man, am I on the verge of losing it for just one day? It's going to be gone. But then what you do is you go back to your basics. You just stay on the ball. You try not to get too big, simplify things, take your base hit, because good things like the home run definitely come.
And we talk about it all the time. This is really for big leaguers too, but really for young guys. When scouts are scouting, let's say, super prospects, they want to see them struggle because they want to see how they bounce back, how they react. Well, for Andy Pages, who's still a young player in the big leagues, he had that 4 strikeout game. Okay, now we're going to watch how he bounced back. Does he go in there and run? Absolutely not. The very next game, he bounces back. Just love his approach. I love the confidence. This guy has really ascended here with the Dodgers, and he's around so many great players. And it's something to say for these young guys. Dalton Rushing, Andy Pages, Freeland, to be around Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. These veteran guys, not only knowing how to become a big leaguer, but knowing how to play every single day at an elite level, and it's really benefited the young guys.
Dodgers pull out the win, walk-off fashion, 8-7 over the Texas Rangers. Let's head back upstairs, check in one final time with Steven Nelson and Oral Hershiser.
Well, what a way to kick off the homestand. A back-and-forth battle goes the distance, and Max Muncy, with his 3rd home run of the night, gives the Dodgers an epic win.
Yeah, we can finish with the home run for sure. Andy Pages with an amazing night. Ohtani bobblehead night. The fans were in it all night long, and they had all kinds of entertainment. Tyler Glasnow only throws 2 bad pitches with the 2 home runs. Looks like he's going to get a W. But you know what? It didn't work out that way. But the Dodgers ended up on top.
I love what Max Muncy told Kirsten Watson on the field after the game, in that we know Edwin Diaz is going to have a heck of a year, 50-plus saves. it was just one of those nights they had to pick him up, and that shows the totality, how complete this team is.
Yeah, you know, Texas was swinging at every first pitch, picking on the fact that he's a strike thrower, and all of a sudden a couple of weak hits get in there, and then one leaves the ballpark. Yeah, puts you on your heels. But when you got the Dodger offense and you got Smith, Freeman, and Muncy coming up, you know what? They got it done on the third hitter.
That is what you call a fun Friday here at Blue Heaven. It sets the stage for Saturday when the Dodgers have a chance to clinch this series. See you then.
Well, yes, what a great way to kick off the homestand, bringing the energy all night long here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. It's continuing here on our postgame show. It was over with that big swing. 8-7 is your final. Dodgers' first team to reach 10 wins in the young season. Edwin Diaz actually gets the win in the game. Tyler Glasnow, 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Max Muncy went 4 for 5 with 3 bombs. Andy Paez goes 3 for 3 with his 4th home run, a double, 4 RBIs. Let's take a look at what's coming up on the calendar. 2 more this weekend with the Rangers, and then the New York Mets will be in town Monday on Hello Kitty Hoodie Night. Wednesday's series finale with the Mets is on Jackie Robinson Day. That game is on ESPN. All the others, including next Friday's series opener in Colorado, will be right here on Sportsnet LA. Max Muncy at his 3rd home run of the game. It was a walk-off winner. The Dodgers become baseball's first team to reach double digits in wins. We have plenty more reaction from a fun night at the Ravine coming up. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Carl's Jr. moments of the game. We could have just gone with the walk-off, Jerry, but why don't we just show all 3 Max Muncy homers?
I love the bat zone going through the baseball. Outstanding job jumping on a cutter. How about the sinker running away? Him staying inside that, really creating that backspin. It carries over the left center field wall. How about the 0-2 breaking ball? Epic back toss. He knew right away. That is great 2-strike hitting right there from Maximus Muncy. Do your thing.
All right, so here are the L.A. Dodgers all-time home run leaders. Max Muncy passing the Garv tonight. He is 3rd place all alone behind only Ron Cey and Eric Karros. What an incredible Dodgers career he has had. Let's go inside the clubhouse and hear from Max Muncy with the media.
Obviously, hitting a walk-off is a special feeling, but when you had a night like tonight, just to see the results fall, everything, I mean, how do you kind of put towards the performance you were able to have at the plate?
I mean, it's just special. Anytime you hit a home run in the big league game is special, let alone 3. So, it's the 2nd time I've done that, and so it's, I still think about the first time I did it. So, it's just a special night, and get the win on top of it. That's great.
Last time it wasn't a walk-off, right? I mean, I imagine it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, that was definitely a pretty cool way to get the 3rd one, and then especially with it being off a lefty, just, all in all, it's a really special night.
You've had some great moments in the postseason. For a regular season, what you did, is this a memorable game for you, one you'll long remember in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is like I was just saying, it's a special night, but, just team's playing good right now. You come out with a win. It's the most important thing. Just help us keep rolling and get a little momentum going into tomorrow.
Did you want that at bat, like the last one?
I mean, you have a chance to get a 3rd, so yeah, you want it, but it's just at that point in the game, you're just trying to get on base and keep the line moving, give us a chance to win, get in scoring position. You can't go up there with the home run in your head, even though it's hard not to in that situation. But just trying to put together a good at bat.
What's it like, just the highs and lows for a player in that 9th inning where you have your closer and he doesn't lock it up and then you come back and win it?
It's baseball. It happens. It's just, we've all been there, and we know Edwin's going to have 50+ saves for us this year. Just wasn't his night, and it happens. It's baseball, but we know, if he gets a chance tomorrow or the next day, he's going to lock it down for us. We have total faith in him in that.
A few days ago, we kind of talked about your running. You had that play at first base there where you ran through, beat the throw and held him up at the same time. Some pretty decent athleticism there.
Yeah, well, I actually felt bad because I don't know if I hurt him trying to hold him up instead of just let him go to the ground. I was trying to keep him from falling over, and I don't know if that's what ended up hurting him, so I felt really bad about that. But, in that situation, I felt like I was able to grab him, so I was trying to slow him down. But, just another baseball play that just happens.
From a running standpoint, I mean, even defensively, it looks like you're moving around a little bit better out there. I think like your range is up in like the 80th percentile or something this year. How much better do you feel just with whatever you did in the off season, just in terms of, again, just how athletic you are right now?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel like I'm moving really well. I feel like I'm getting good reads on the ball. Most importantly, I feel like my feet are moving on every ground ball. And that's something that I've always struggled with in the past. I just get stuck a little bit, and that puts me in bad positions on certain hops. But I feel like everything's moving fluidly, and just feel healthy. That's kind of the most important thing right now.
Nothing but high praise for tonight's hero from Dave Roberts. We will hear from Doc next on the Dodgers walk-off win 8-7 over the Rangers. Dodgers beat the Rangers, and they racked up 14 strikeouts. You know what that means? Tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box and celebrate by getting a free Jumbo Jack with a purchase of a large drink at an LA area location. Tonight, Tyler Glasnow took care of it all by himself because he got 7 right on the number, and then the bullpen came in and got 7 more. Now, before Max Muncy hit that walk-off home run, before the Rangers rallied, really Andy Pages was kind of the offensive star of this game. He had the 2-run homer in the 8th inning to make it 7-4 Nomar, but it was that 2-run double in the 6th inning which gave the Dodgers the lead.
And it was really impressive, and the way he was attacked and the adjustments and the way he just was calm at the plate. We're going to go to the K-zone and have another look at this at-bat by Andy Pages and how they were trying to attack him. Listen, he's been swinging the bat so well. They know that. They have the scouting report, so they know they're not just going to come at him right away with a fastball. So they get that changeup down in the zone. All right, he takes it. It was a good pitch. Here's one. Now they get a strike there over the middle. Now it's 1-1. Now that fastball, they try to get the bottom plate, but he doesn't chase. Still patient. Goes out there, lays off that slider. Now he's 3-1 ahead of the count. They come with a slider, 3-1. Now you're thinking, okay, if he's going to throw a 3-1, I'm going to make sure that I can cover the fastball, but in case he throws that slider, I'm still going to stay on it. Gets that slider outer half and goes the other way. It was really good, but it also tells you the respect they have for a guy who's hitting at the bottom part of the lineup. He's in the 7th spot, and yet they are attacking him with off-speed because he is swinging the bat so well, and yet here it is again, swinging the bat extremely well. Great approach. Finding the hole down the right field line and knocking in 2.
I'm going to say this, man. Garcia did an outstanding job with those pitches in that at-bat. I mean, think about it. You're thinking about a guy who's red hot. He's got a runner in scoring position. I'm going to see if I can kind of bait him a little bit. Those were at the knees. They could have been called strikes. They were called balls, a couple of them. But if anything, you're trying to get him to hit something on the ground to get a double play. You're out of the inning. Those are perfect pitches, but Andy Pa's patience, understanding the situation, hey, I'm going to wait for my pitch and not try to pull off. He doesn't. Hits a pitcher's pitch the other way. If you're Garcia, you tip your hat because this guy is on a heater right now.
He's been doing that to everybody, seems like all season long through the first 2+ weeks of the season. 8-7, Dodgers win the series opener over the Rangers. Let's go inside and hear from Dave Roberts with the media.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it's where he's at mentally, and I say that because even in Toronto when he wasn't getting hits, he was telling me numerous times that he's close. He's like, Doc, I'm really close. And, I think in years past, you see a spike and some anxiousness bleed in where now he's in a place where he's really confident and trusts the process and know that if he's in a good place and he's not getting the results, to kind of stay the course. And tonight showed the results. And so I really commend him for that. And he's just playing the heck out of third base. He's taking good at bats. And, right now he's had a great start to 2025. So it's interesting how a night can change that. So he's off to a hot start.
When you look at just this offense as a whole today, how you guys were able to battle back? Yes, you saw, of course, just some of the pitching giving up some runs here and there, but what did it say just kind of as the group stayed together and really kind of carried over what we saw on the road?
It's great. It's great, and you're not going to have a dominant pitching performance every night. But I will say that, even Tanner, with a couple pitches I'm sure he'd like to have back, still gave us 6 innings and gave us a chance to win. And so I think that if you can, look at the rotation and every single night you have a chance to win with our offense, then good things are going to happen. So I've talked about it ad nauseum how I like where Tyler's at, and I think he's throwing the baseball really well. And then, the bullpen came in, and obviously Eddie wasn't sharp today, and so that's going to happen. But for us to come out and find a way to win speaks a lot to, the team offense, and tonight was a contribution from essentially everyone.
Muncy, where he's not in the spot where he's feeling anxiety with a poor start or something?
I don't know. I think it's just maturity and trust in the process, and obviously the Dodgers extending him. I think that there's a belief and he knows that we believe in him, and we've showed that many times over, and so I think that there's some peace with that, and then that's kind of the thought behind what Andrew and Gomer did to give him to free his mind up and just let him play baseball. So that's kind of really played out.
Has some of it helped in just the last couple of years? It seems like he's kind of gotten back to being like that more complete hitter that you guys have been looking for a couple of years too, and just.
For me, absolutely. Even that swing that his second homer was a short, compact swing that he carried the left field wall, and so I just think that he is a much better hitter now, and he's checking down better because he has more time to see the baseball. His swing's a little bit shorter. That's something that, we always felt that he had that in him, but, he finally, I think he's really bought into that. And, he even told me about a week ago, he's like, I can see myself hitting 300, and I believe him.
Are you almost a little taken aback with all the optimism from Max?
Yeah, he's, I guess that's what Three Kids does to you. You start to turn optimistic.
We talked a lot about the work that Andy's done behind the scenes just to see their pitches. Tonight, a good example of that, where he was able to not just draw a walk, but also work deep counts, but also still be aggressive in that last couple months, man.
Oh gosh, man, you just can't say enough about what Andy's done. I don't think, if you look at all of baseball to see how many times he's hit balls from line to line, he's got to be number one in that category. If it's velocity, if it's spin, if it's a right-hander, if it's a left-hander, he has a different club, to kind of attack any type of hitter or pitch, and so that's special. So the hitting guys, Andy, you see him on the bench, are always conversing, and Andy's watching the game. He's dialed in and knows exactly what he wants to do every time he gets up to bat. So there's complete clarity and just kind of letting him be himself as a ball player.
We've seen him adapt since he first came off the first time. His ability to sort of almost be a different hitter now than obviously he was even minor leagues.
He's grown tremendously. I think that, he didn't really value the weight room. There's a lot of people that felt he couldn't play center field in the big leagues. Controlling the strike zone, he didn't really do. Hitting velocity, didn't really do. And so he's adapted, evolved, adjusted in all fronts. And so, he's going to be talked about a lot this year.
The only reason why we got to the bottom of the ninth inning when Max Muncy hit the walk-off is because the Rangers scratched across 3 runs against Edwin Diaz there in the top of the ninth inning. And both of you guys know it doesn't matter how good you are, even the greatest closers in the game. Jerry had a walk-off hit against Mariano Rivera. Nomar's had some big hits against Rivera as well. Nights like this, they're going to happen at some point in your career, and this was the first one for Edwin Diaz.
It is, because, listen, a closer like Diaz is going to be around the plate. He's going to attack these guys. This pitch is in off the plate. You got to credit the hitter here. First pitch breaking ball. Credit him getting a barrel to it. They get a pitch runner who is lightning quick on the base pass. First pitch swing, Duran gets something out over the plate. Doesn't hit it hard, and before you know it, it's a tie ball game. But you want your closers to throw strikes, attack the strike. So I don't care who you are, you're going to have some blown saves. The biggest thing is you limit those blown saves. And Diaz is a pro's pro. This has happened to him in the past. He understands it. This is just the nature of the beast. This is the big leagues, man. These guys can swing the bat. I hope tomorrow night he has another opportunity, and I know he's going to close out.
Yeah, a lot of times you want the closer to get right back out there, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you, obviously he's new to the team. So the team, they've had him for a short period, but they also know his resume.
Yes.
So they know how incredible he is. And we've seen that early on. I mean, this is just his first blown save here, but the opportunities he's had so far this season, he's been able to close the game out. So you see that, when you're playing a guy behind that, you're expecting the game over. Everybody, the other team expects it. They battled back and they end up tying the game. But I tell you what allows a closer's supposed to have a short memory. They're supposed to turn the page right away. But what can help a closer turn the page right away is exactly what the Dodgers did, is picking him up, coming out there, and they ended up still winning the game.
Yeah.
Like, he feels horrible, but the fact that they won, and I guarantee you, he's like, listen, I cannot wait to get the ball again to go have another opportunity to close the game out.
Because there'll be other nights Edwin Diaz is able to pick up this team as well.
100%.
Yes.
And
This
tonight-
is why you have teammates, man.
Right.
Yep.
And if you're his teammate in that clubhouse, dude, we know you're elite. You're the best closer in the game. And guess what? I'm going to be real with you. He probably will blow another save. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's just the nature of the beast. The biggest thing is you make sure you put your best foot forward, and he's going to close out a lot of ball games moving forward.
Still worked out well for the Dodgers. They get the 8-7 win in the first game of this 3-game series with the Rangers. And on his bobblehead night, the Big Show extended his on-base streak to 44 games. We have more reaction coming your way. Dodgers, an MLB best 10-3.
Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you in part by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes.
Dodgers 8-7 winners over the Texas Rangers. Tyler Glasnow gets a no decision in this game, went 6 innings, had 7 strikeouts, and right now he's speaking with Kirsten and the media.
Well, Tyler, just when you look at this outing, it did seem like, obviously there were some situations which you had 2 strike count, just weren't really able to finish some guys off. How would you really assess, especially those 2 home runs earlier in the game?
Yeah, I think just bad, location, not good game management on my part. I think just Seager to get the heater up, or just a different pitch, and then I think too many curveballs on that second homer. I felt good, though. I just think it was just a couple bad sequences, and like you said, not putting guys away.
It's clear, though, we saw, obviously the compete and kind of with how the stuff was playing. When you look at your outing as a whole, how you finished it, was there anything, adjustments you made or kind of positive takeaways you can take from this one?
I think just incorporating the slider a little bit towards the end. I think just, like I said, just pitch selection and stuff. I felt pretty consistent all night. But I just got to have to do a better job executing, especially on those homers.
What location did you want on those 2 pitches?
Say again?
What location did you want on those 2 pitches?
I think he heater up to Seager. And 2, just not be afraid to walk him. I think just putting like a heater middle is not a good spot right there. And then the curveball, just too many in a row. So
I think the supportive this
2 bad pitches. Even like the hits that before Seager's home runs just kind of seemed like.
Yeah, I think like tonight, I think I executed relatively well. I felt good. And like I said, just a couple bad at bats.
Despite that, the runs that you gave up, how proud were you? I guess that you got through 6 and just kind of kept the team close enough to where they could come back.
Yeah, it's a silver lining for sure. I think just keeping my pitch count lower in that last inning, just getting out of it and keeping us in it was good. And then came back, got 5-4, and then ended up winning the game. So it's good.
Max Muncy becomes the first Dodger with a 3-homer game that included a walk-off since Don Demeter 1959. What? We'll go Access 360 on Muncy next. We have got to go Access 360 on all 3 Max Muncy's homers.
Max Muncy, epic night, outstanding job. He's going to get a cutter up in the zone, outstanding job attacking it, hands to the baseball, outstanding barrel release. This is a line drive over the right center field wall. Love the swing. Look at it. Head down on contact, getting extended. The exit velo about 107 miles an hour. It has a little bit of topspin on it, but it really doesn't matter. The launch angle was 26 degrees. I would prefer 28, but I'll take the 26. It goes over the wall. Outstanding job, Max Muncy. How about this? They want the sinker in, but it leaks out middle of the plate. Not to Max Muncy, certainly, and not on this night. Him going the other way. Great job staying inside that baseball, driving it. Now he's had one to right center, now left center. 102.8 miles an hour. Great job, and I do like this launch angle. This is the ideal launch angle right there. 32 degrees. Magic Johnson's number. Love seeing that, Gnomes.
Really great swing. We say when Max Muncy's going the other way, that's when he is locked in. And that was great, but he was not finished. When you're keeping that front shoulder closed, going the other way, it allows you to keep it closed on a breaking ball and then just explode through it. When you recognize that, even on an 0-2 pitch, he gets that slider and does not miss. Picking up his teammate, Edwin Diaz. Yeah, okay, he got a blown save, but the game's not over. He knows that. All it takes is one pitch, put the head down, barrel on it, and he knew it right away. I mean, listen, epic bat flip right there. I mean, that's the way you do it because he knows it. Game is over. See how long it went. The distance doesn't really matter because he knew it all along that it was a souvenir. And, yeah, you got to get a little bat there.
Great finish here at the Ravine. We'll wrap things up with final thoughts and look ahead to Saturday Night Baseball with Emmett Sheehan looking for his second win of 2026. Saturday Night Baseball at the Ravine will feature Emmett Sheehan starting for the Dodgers against the Rangers. Sheehan's coming off a win over the Nationals last time out in D.C. He went 5 2/3. Did give up 4 runs, but still got that victory. Nomar, what's going to be the key for Sheehan against this Rangers lineup?
I know it sounds cliche and say, of course, but command is really the key. When he has that fastball command, I think that's really critical for him. We have seen the brilliance from Emmett Sheehan. He has all the stuff to just be dominant. What we haven't seen is him being able to just really have that consistency throughout the game, and I think that's what he's looking to find. I think we see it, we have flashes of it, and then all of a sudden he kind of loses it for a little while. It's a matter of just being able to maintain it throughout the game.
It's early in the season. We know that Emmett Sheehan's got great stuff. No base on balls. Attack the strike zone.
You guys have both done it. What's it like hitting a walk-off homer on the show?
It is a great feeling. Great feeling.
Max Muncy
Not wrong.
is feeling that right now. Dodgers get the win. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Pregame at 5 o'clock. Thanks for watching.